Hey, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Dano Crypto. On this channel, we show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystems. And I want to give you guys a very warm welcome. And anyone who is new, who is a new subscriber, who has just subscribed recently, if you had seen my videos on the feed, in the search, or anything like that, and you are curious, well, welcome. We do these live streams Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we talk about everything that has to do with the cryptocurrency markets, whether it be breaking news, the new popular narratives. We go into the trenches a little bit. We talk about the most popular tokens that traders are talking about in this space. We talk about new products, and we like to show you guys some signals. We like to show you some trade entries, give you guys a little bit of technical analysis as well. And we just like to show you and talk about our favorite stuff that we like, that we have, grown to love over the years of being in crypto. So welcome. So we have a lot happening this past week, past couple weeks. There's been a lot of volatility in the market, especially with crypto. Crypto has just been taking a plunge. It's been just basically going lower and lower and not really getting any traction in terms of the comparison of what's been happening with the stock market and everything else. Silver and gold have been pumping to absolute brand new all-time highs ever before, never hit. Gold hit over $5,000 an ounce, and silver has hit over $100 an ounce. And if you had been watching this channel, we had been covering the metals market because we knew, or at least we didn't know, but we had this feeling that because the dollar and the dollar strength have been going down, we've seen that there's been a lot of currency turmoil around the world, not just with the dollar, but just with currencies in general that are fiat based. Some of them have been getting absolutely destroyed. One of them being Iran's currency because of the upheaval of the regime, possible change, and new leadership, and just a lot what's happening over there. So that currency's toast. And so this has happened before. We've seen it with Zimbabwe. We've seen it with different fiat currencies. Most of them go to zero. So then countries and big countries like BRICS are going into precious metals. They've been buying gold and silver for the past few years with their alliance with these BRICS nations, BRICS being Brazil, Russia, China, India, and South Africa. So this is a debasement trade, but it also has a lot to do with the actual supply of silver and gold. If you're wondering what is happening here, why is it going up so much? Like, what the heck is going on? $112 an ounce. Well, it's because the futures contracts for silver and gold have been squeezed. So the people that control the paper markets in terms of the pricing, how much it costs to do the contracts, whether it be the CME group, they try to make it more expensive to hold these contracts. But because the silver buying on the spot side has outweighed the demand and the scarcity of it, or the supply, these companies and countries and the miners and the suppliers, there's not enough silver to go around. So it's supply and demand kind of cooking in. Supply and demand is being shown right on the silver chart. So this is fascinating. But if you've been watching this channel for long enough, you remember we circled here. We said, look, silver's going to $100 an ounce. And it's because there is just massive supply and demand for silver, and the market for mining, or the ecosystem, can't keep up with it. And this is just, it's wild, guys. I mean, look at this. I mean, this thing is just cooking. I mean, it's like, and this is why I think sentiment for crypto is so low. And it looks like to be in crypto right now, you have to be an insane person. You have to have like a mental illness or something. But That's how the market will make you feel right now, because we have gold and silver pumping. We have things that we haven't technically, let's be honest, no crypto person was really buying gold and silver. If they said they were, they're probably grifting. I guarantee you that most of the crypto people that have been talking about gold and silver this whole time were just trying to get algorithm because they felt stupid for talking about crypto for the past 4 years. But if you've watched this channel, we have had to give silver and gold a chance, and we had been talking about it. Said, look, something's up with the gold and silver. We're going to chart it, and we're going to call these certain price points, and hopefully us being in crypto all in, it'll translate into us getting that liquidity as well, the rotation. And that's because we know by history, we've had 2 altcoin seasons. By this chart, we've had 2 parabolic altcoin seasons, one in 2016 and 17 and one in 20 and 2021. And we haven't seen anything like this yet. Since 2022 of the top, we haven't seen a rip to the upside that we've normally seen. Because here too, yes, gold was still silver. I mean, it had its look, bottomed out right here, started pumping, kind of bottomed out like right here, kind of went back a little bit, retraced, and then started going again. This is where I see a lot of crypto people are going to get fudded out of their bags and then start thinking, should I be buying gold and silver right now at the absolute tops? My answer for myself is no. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to get shaken out of my bags. I'm not going to lose belief. I'm not going to get fudded. I'm not going to have this type of fear, because yes, you can trade paper, gold, silver, futures contracts and stuff like that. But guess what? It's probably going to be expensive. There's going to be more fees. And I guarantee you, if you figure out this crypto game and when you can figure out about DeFi and the levels of DeFi, you'll never touch gold and silver. You probably wouldn't. You'll say, what am I doing? There's so much opportunity in DeFi. And this is where I think people can wake up to the fact that they're getting gaslit, I think, to think that they should completely forget about what they've been testing and what they've risked getting into, to then abandon it completely and not hold through the volatility. You have to hold through the volatility. It's the only way. So we're getting FOMO'd by a 100%, 200% gold, silver, return gold maybe over the past mid 300, 340, 350. We can look at it right now. If we look at where we were calling silver at 30, under $30 an ounce. Okay, 140%. That's cool. Okay, cool. Great. That's great. Yeah, 140. Okay, cool. You want to know something? You want to see something? You want to see something that's a little better than 120%? It's called the cryptocurrency total market cap. It's called the cryptocurrency ecosystems. The ones you guys used to believe in. You remember those? I still believe in them, even though I feel like it's maybe almost put me into a mental institution, but for pain for pleasure. But look at this. At the same time, okay, yeah, that we were just at that bottom with silver, even in the cryptocurrency, total cryptocurrency, 108%. But look at this bottom right here. 200. This is from 2023, 340%. I want this damn thing to be going up. It's just the whole entire market. It makes no sense how we couldn't be at 7 trillion whilst we have all of the attention at the stock market, the AI, tech stocks, gold and silver. It goes up more, and it always has. It just takes a little bit. So I don't want us to get into this situation where that's how I feel. I was talking about gold and silver breaking in these levels over a year ago. I have the live stream receipts. All of you crypto people talking about it now are grifting, but that's okay. We all didn't buy it. We all didn't buy any anyway. So I said, don't lie. You didn't buy any gold or silver. Don't lie. You also haven't sold any either because no one will buy it at a decent price anyway. They'll undercut you 30%. I thought about it and I was like, wait a second. I don't think you're going to get the full, like you might even get undercut 50%. There's no way that these snaky like metals dealers are going to give you full price for your gold and silver. Tell me if I'm wrong, and if you've done it and they're giving you full spot, doubt it. So the difference with crypto, and it's not with all crypto, I don't want to say it's because it's not like, because liquidity is in volume and being able to actually sell your coins with low slippage is a thing. And there's also high slippage. So you can get hit with a 30% slippage hit on a particular thing. But when you're in crypto and you get hit with 30% slippage, but you just made like a 1,000% move, I don't think you're too worried about the 30% slippage. But if you've just been in your, trying to sell your silver and they're trying to undercut you 40% and you only made a 2x, you're probably you're thinking, okay, I might want a little bit more. But this is what I was also thinking. All these people trying to sell their gold and silver at all-time highs are going to realize that no one is going to be buying that at maximum spot price. You're going to get undercut by 30% unless you doubled your money and have been buying silver and gold for the past 30 years. Most crypto people haven't, which I guarantee you haven't been. And then what the hell are you going to get in euphoric about gold and silver for? You know, we've had two different altcoin seasons, one in 16, 17, one in 20 and 2021, each one with average gains well over 1,000%. If you're positioned in the right places, you'll be able to take profits 1-to-1 with low slippage back into the native asset or stablecoin and actually go into different assets that can use on the blockchain with DeFi. You can't do that with gold and silver as far as my understanding goes. This is attainable with way less capital than being a metals trader and investor. Also, you don't have to wait for a 10, 20-year gap of support and resistance. I want to know your thoughts on this. Because this, I feel like, is obvious. It's writing on the wall that we are gonna, they're basically trying to do this. I hope you guys think this is funny. Send these crypto people's confidence to absolute zero by pumping every single commodity asset in the world instead of Bitcoin and Ethereum. Yes. This is some music. Okay, now that they all sold and started buying gold and silver at the top, now let's send Ethereum to all-time high first before Bitcoin and make them lose their minds. Ethereum starts. Why? Because, people are starting to rotate their treasuries of Bitcoin into ETH right now. That's happening. Bitmine buys 40,000 Ethereum, holding top 4.21 million ETH treasury. BlackRock, what was the other one? GME recently, GameStop. They are putting some of their treasury of Bitcoin and swapping it into ETH. What if ETH breaks all-time high first before Bitcoin? Imagine the smell on crypto Twitter. It would be insane. And then it gets rotated right also back into Bitcoin. This would be diabolical. It would be a diabolical thing to do. You just kill everyone's confidence in crypto that we've been here the whole time. And then people start dropping off like flies, like they got the plague, and then right at to where they max pain us, where they're just like, we are going to make you think you had made the worst decision of your life. They send it to all-time highs. This is what they might do. I feel it in my bones. I'm like, they're going to get us to be like, okay, yeah, that was it. We'll send it. No, they're going to Wyckoff us in the face. They're going to smack us with the Wyckoff. Boom, boom. And then once you've lost all confidence and hope, guess who has all the money and the liquidity from the gold and silver and then they're selling off their real estate. Guess where they're going to go? This is where they're going. They're going to go to Bitcoin, ETH, and then that is going to subsequently send us into what we've been waiting for, is the super cycle altcoin season, stablecoin, the super cycle. But that all too has to do with them passing the Clarity Act. Now, if you're in the Discord, we posted about this. Is it in the TA? All right, right here. So if you're in the Discord and you want to get full access, you just go through the instructions. Make sure you guys are signing up for the WEEX link, and that'll get you full access into the Discord. And so we posted this on the 24th, said, see that big red order block? I feel like that's what we're like, the next spot of resistance liquidity is sitting. Possible we go sideways on this red line until crypto people stop talking about how cool silver and gold is. We go sideways. But all jokes aside, ETF outflows were strong for ETH and BTC over the past couple weeks, as also tied into the long liquidations for all the big major exchanges. So that's also, they tie this in together. Lots of manipulation on the future side lined up with ETF outflows. So if you've been that's a big reason, not just the geopolitical stuff or what's happening in terms of government shutdown, another government shutdown with the controversy with Minnesota and the ICE agents and what's happening there. They're threatening a government shutdown if they don't come to some terms here. So there's a lot of volatility here. But Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful, says he thinks once the Clarity Act is passed and signed, a floodgate will open of money into the blockchain. And so like him or not, Mr. Wonderful might be right. His capital is sitting in stables, waiting to buy all your crypto. When you're and where you've been bullish in for years, we've been bullish on this stuff for years, and then finally they killed our confidence, and now we're bearish. Is that people are talking more about sports betting, prediction markets, and the next TikTok meta runner. And you see what happened with Penguin. Penguin just proved something to me, that it doesn't take much to get people excited. It doesn't take much to get people excited again. And if a 10-day-old penguin walking by itself into the distance, basically signifying and showing you that that's certain death. If you walk out alone into the wilderness, you freaking die. You die. You are not Jesus. You will die. You need a support system. You need a community. You need people. People need people. So the fucking penguin walking out is a signal of death. And that is not a meme. That is going to signify any type of community. And especially based on a thing that's like niche, like God is dead. No, he is not. So if a 10-day-old penguin walking to its death is piquing your attention, I can't freaking wait to see Pepe go to 100 billion market cap and none of you holding it. Same with Doge, same with Shiba Inu, same with Ticker Bitcoin, all the fundamental community tokens out there. Just wait. I can't wait. I believe this. This is my thesis. This is, I feel it in my bones, and this is what's happening. And it proved when this was happening, all of the quote things that the trenchers were quote holding because they thought it was going to be the next runner, they just sold it and dumped their charts to try and get into this chart. It's the same thing that happened with Trump and rotating from Melania to Trump and Libra and all those different PVPs. So I hope you guys are learning something here. I hope we've learned a valuable lesson. Because also, I do believe, like I said, you know, that penguin walking to its death, I said, a penguin alone is a penguin scorned to death. A penguin together, fin to fin, survives forever. Remember this. We only are stronger together. This is Pepe, Doge, Shiba Inu, ticker Bitcoin, Wojak. We're all Wojak. SPX 6900. Movements, not independence, individuality, certain death. I don't know. That's kind of what I gathered from what had been happening over the past week and the weekend. And if you're not smart enough to start to realize this, I don't know what else to tell you. I can't help you. But here's a clear pattern of Wyckoff accumulation happening, and more so, I would bet on them max painting us into 82, into these lower liquidity areas. It's not going to look pretty in the short term here, but I guarantee you that if anything is obvious, it is the capital getting built up to scoop up these lows on the next best performing asset class that all of the big wigs are basically ready to snatch up. We need to like do the same. Honestly, it's like we got to do the same. I mean, trading this is going to be very tricky. So you have to be careful because, I mean, you could think, you know, going long right now is smart, but then look at all of this liquidity sitting down here. There's way more here than there's up here right now. So it's like, I think limit orders are building up like insane right here at 82, at 76. Like all of these key points right here are great wick bounce areas where max pain is more likely than them trying to pay people to go long right now. It's not going to happen. It's not there. And what really showed this to me is looking at the Pepe chart. If you look at the Pepe chart, look at how close they're trying to bring it right back down to the October 10th liquidation level. It's almost like they want to bring it there one more time. It's almost like they want to bring it there one more time to scoop up the lows before going into this insane super cycle. So you're hearing it here. You're hearing it first here. I think they could be, I mean, they could just really get us here. Look at that Bollinger Band. Oh, it's nasty. I mean, it would suck, but guess what? If you're willing to put it on the table, you won't be surprised by it, and you'll probably actually this time have capital sitting on the sides, just like the bigwigs do. Or you're going to go take out a loan. I don't know. You're going to sell your Maybach because look, that's what Da Vinci's doing. He said, look, he's like, this is not normal. He's like, action is required. He's like, I'm selling my Maybach. So let's hear what Da Vinci has to say.
It was quite shocking. And the information that I had seen was a whole bunch of gaps had been left by silver and same with gold. And I was thinking, isn't this like part of a bigger problem that we see this collapse? Let me ask ChatGPT, and you wouldn't believe what it said. It was just like, oh, damn. In fact, I put it all in the description here. We're going to go through that description and talk about it. This evidence prompted me to do something. Whether it prompts you to do something, that's a whole other different story. Okay, when corruption becomes systemic, inflation squeezes the poor. Inflation decays, pensions breaks, banks hide losses, debt explodes, and hard assets signal stress. At the same time, ignoring it is a decision. The banking system is stressed right now. Banks are sitting on massive unrealized losses due to higher interest rates. Fortune.
And they don't have like their cash reserves are so low right now. Like the bank basically worse than ever. If everyone tried to go and take money out, they would be toast. They would shut the bank down. They would say, look, you can't get your money right now. it actually happened a few years ago at Bank of America, and it started going through the great, like it was like viral. Like people were like, there's no money showing in my account. I'm going to the bank. They won't let me take it out. That's what was happening. They're just not going to tell you, yeah, we're insolvent and we don't have enough money in our books are like all jacked up. They're not going to tell you that.
Magazine saying banks have over 500 billion in unrealized losses. Don't know if this is true or not. Usually this stuff is probably true, this statement. What they want you to do about it is probably the wrong thing to do. So I'm not sure what they're up to by telling you this, but what is U.S. government debt and interest? I'm sure you guys know this. The U.S. government.
So the debt clock, it has been increasing very much so. So it's not going down, it's going up. It just keeps going up. We're almost at $40 trillion in debt. So, and then Americans are getting increasingly in debt too with credit cards, because at the highest point it's ever been in history, we have had the highest level of maxed out credit cards, and people are not paying they're just not even paying the bill. They're paying like maybe the minimum highest amount average interest charges, and people are basically funding and doing payment plans on like Uber Eats and stuff like that. I mean, so people don't have like that extra cash like they maybe had, a few years ago. Even just, it's just like a lot of stuff is being, fronted with credit cards and things like that. So yeah, it's crazy. So, and then not to mention the money printing, and look at the fraud that's been exposed in the government and how much of our tax dollars in certain states are being just funneled and just all over the place. We're just like, what? Like businesses, whether it be a daycare, healthcare, whatever provider for immigrants or whatever it may be, which is fine. I mean, there's social programs that are totally fine, but it's like, if they're breaking rules, they have all these they've almost, they're not compliant at all, but then somehow they're getting millions of dollars. And so that was the fraud. I mean, so that was in Minnesota, but then it's probably happened in California. It's probably happening all over the place, where there's just like places that don't even have they're just like fake businesses that are getting sent tax dollar money. So that also combined with all the different insane things that are happening with where our money goes, that just it completely inflates the currency. The confidence of the dollar goes down, and our dollar is so heavily linked with all these other big currencies that if we are effing up, then I mean, it F's up everything else. But why I think crypto, why I think Da Vinci's is probably going to make this point, is that crypto eventually ends up becoming the answer. And it's not going to be directly given to you by the system and the banks. And they're not going to tell you, hey, this is what we're trying to do, but we still have to unravel our massive Ponzi scheme thing that we're doing here. We got to get this Ponzi scheme going over here. So how do they do that? Well, they squeeze liquidity. They purposefully cause fear in the dollar and crash it, get gold and silver going insane, sell the gold and silver. And this is what Da Vinci's alluding at, even ChatGPT, is that it hits a point where it will crash. It will recover too. It's going to go. It's just like crypto. Hey, Bitcoin's crashed 100%. All coins have went down 100% in the past. Yeah, some of them don't come back, but some of them have. And the fact that some of them have is all the information we need. That's it. People make it too complicated. That's the only information that we need, is that the damn shit came back, even when it went to zero. That is confidence. That means there's something there. That means there's a cycle. That means there's a wave. So I think the big bait switch here is to get all those crypto people to go buy spot gold and silver at an absolute all-time highs, give up on crypto, and learning about all this stuff that the banks are about to do. They're about to earn yield on your ass. with all their ETFs and all their products and exchange traded all their stuff. You need to be doing this right now. This is what we need to be doing. Unless you are actually holding the physical gold and silver and you have connections where you know where to sell it, buy it, cool, do that. But while the whole actual massive infrastructure of AI agents and robotics and super cities that are literally about to be in our reality in the next couple years is going to be powered by blockchain and crypto, you have the opportunity right now to literally invest in it when everyone is going to make you feel like you're an idiot. That's it. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple, and hopefully you get in the right spots. I can't tell you what to buy, but that is up to you to figure out. We can give you the TA. We can give you the numbers. We can give you the signals. We can give you the places where if you want to trade this, by the way, if you want to trade it, check out the WEEX link. We have no trade open right now. No trade. But we're waiting. We're being patient. There's no trade right now. But there is a few trades that I do want to take. And you're going to laugh, but one of them's Pepe. One of them is actually Pepe leveraged, because Pepe is, I think, going to probably surprise everyone again. It's going to be the one ring to rule them all. And then when we see Pepe going to almost close to 100 billion, when Doge is going over $1, the true liquidity and memes and the movement start coming in, and I want to be positioned in these damn things. That's it. I want to have spot. I want to have low leverage, high margin positions in these, because all it takes is to get this support going back up again in the third wave right here. We have 1, 2, 3. We've done the opposite on the downside. 1, 2, 3. And I am just waiting for the damn entry. That's it. It's pretty much that simple. It's somewhere. Some people, when they got it with Sol, remember that entry in Sol? $7, $10, imagine. Everyone's was like, Sol's never coming back. They said the trenches are dead. Sol is dead. It's never going to work. It's cooked. It's over. What did it do? Completely got everyone back on chain through Pump Fun, the phone, the institutional bullishness with Solana doing tokenized assets and stablecoin minting. I mean, imagine if you would have just ignored everyone during those times and put in a $500 trade at 2x, 3x, and literally just held it and said, I'm not listening to any of you. Shout out to Crypto Man Ran. Crypto Man Ran's best trade in his entire career was the Sol trade, long at, I think, like $10. And he probably had to try it a few times. It wasn't like it was a one shot, oh, I just made the best trade of my life. He probably got stopped out. He probably tried 100 times. But the difference is that he made like a few million on that trade. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was just a couple of years ago. Okay, so it's we can do the same damn thing. You just have to believe, for one, and have a plan, risk management strategy. You have your entry, and you're. We're not going to time it perfect, but there is an opportunity here. So yeah, we're looking at Pepe. We're also looking at Doge, SHIB, ticker Bitcoin for spot, and also some Wojak and Pepe for spot as well at these lows. Ethereum getting the momentum that it's getting right now in terms of on-chain buys and treasury buys is 6,500 is pretty much getting closer on our target. We just need this Wyckoff to play out. This Wyckoff accumulation, look, check it out. Here's that resistance, mega resistance from last year on October. And then you can see that we have just redistribution happening. We got this low right here. We're trying to establish another low. If that was a lower high or a higher low right here, then for ETH, this looks good. Now this is what, and we see this, we might get a switch in dominance with ETH getting a little bit more dominance over Bitcoin. And this is why I want to pay attention to things like Pepe and Doge and SHIB. All the coins that I've seen. Floki is a great one. That's very heavily like high liquid trades, high volume. So all these that I'm mentioning are high volume. You know, that's why I think it's important that you can trade the altcoins, like, but you gotta remember, like the ones that have lower volume and lower liquidity, they dump faster. So if you're gonna be trying to trade these things, you have to be like in and out, lightning fast. I mean, you gotta be very, very aggressive. Way more aggressive than you would say maybe a Pepe chart or a Doge chart, Floki. It won't be as aggressive. It's still gonna be volatile, but it won't be as aggressive. At least I've noticed that when I've traded some of these tokens. It all just depends on how much volume is being traded with a particular coin. And it's crazy with memes, like you'd be surprised. You click into something like CoinMarketCap and you go to the meme section. They've moved so much stuff around on this thing. It's like they don't make it very easy to find stuff anymore. All right, so we'll just go, oh, AI memes? No, I just want memes. Just memes. Okay, there. Just memes, apply. All right, so we're just looking at memes. This is the top memes by market cap and by market cap right now. So top memes by market cap, we're filtering them up, is Doge, SHIB, Pepe. Those are the top three. Doge, SHIB, Pepe. Market caps, Doge is at 20, SHIB is at 4, Pepe is at 2. Now, what's insane is that seeing Pepe go to 40 billion is not, why is that so far-fetched to people? Why is that so far-fetched? We saw what SHIB did. We saw what Doge did. We've seen what Brett was even able to do. Go to 2 billion in its first 6 months. So then we want to look at the trading volume. The trading volume, and I'm not even going to mention, I already mentioned the damn penguin. I ain't touching the damn penguin. The penguin could get to, look, here's the thing, I'll be honest. That penguin might go to 1 billion or 2 billion. But you know what? It'll never get to 40. It'll never get to 40. It's not going to get to 80. It's not going to get to where it's not going to get to where Pep, I'm sorry, but I will, that's my opinion. It's not going to happen. And if it does, I'll freaking delete my damn channel. I'll delete it. That means people lost all hope if they're going to rally behind a penguin that's already dead. I believe Pepe could bring the ring to Mordor, okay? I really do. I believe Pepe could bring the ring to Mordor. All right, well, I think that's all we're going to cover today. We gave you some entries. We gave you some of the news. Let's real quick. There's some cool stuff happening. So MoonPay landed a huge historic title sponsorship. So they're like the official sponsor for the new X Games League. So that's huge. I mean, that's like getting the name out there, like massive, massive partnership. So shout out to MoonPay for sealing the deal. And they've been going hard. I mean, if you've been following MoonPay, they basically partnered up and been the off ramp for a lot of new applications and dApps and stuff like that. So keep your eye out on that. And just a title like the title says today, shutdown risk jumps as Democrats block DHS funding. So markets now show a 75% chance of a government shutdown by Friday, as Senate Democrats led by Chuck Schumer vow to block a spending bill unless funding for the Department of Homeland Security is removed. So they're wanting to completely take funding away from the Department of Homeland Security, and they want ICE removed from Minnesota. So the move follows the killing of an American nurse by Border Patrol agent in Minnesota, and it's intensifying claims that DHS has become unaccountable and abusive. And so that's happening right now. Let's see what else. Go to the bookmarks. Oh, that was the one. Yeah, GameStop has transferred its entire 4,710 BTC treasury worth over $400 million to Coinbase Prime, sparking speculation the retailer may be preparing to exit its Bitcoin position. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Liberty Swap added something really cool. So if you guys are bullish privacy, or you want shielded transactions or a private swap, or some type of on-ramp, on-rail, whatever you want to do to be able to get your stable coins and things from Pulse back to Solana, from ETH to Pulse, or from Pulse to wherever. I mean, yeah, this can do it. It's pretty crazy. So users can shield or unshield USDC and wrapped ETH on Binance Smart Chain into Railgun through the protocol. So once it's shielded, assets stay private in Railgun, and then 2, be bridged to other blockchains secretly, swapped into other assets privately, and exchanged with Railgun balances on Ethereum. So this is huge. I mean, this is essentially what every single damn protocol that's a swap on any chain needs. Shielded transactions. Why the hell should anyone be able to see any of this at all? It's the same as like your bank account. No one can go in and just be like, yeah, let me type in the account number and then I can see everything that he just bought today. That's literally on the blockchain right now. If you were to just be willy-nilly like some of us do, I mean, shit. I mean, I'm pretty much you could probably find all my stuff if you really wanted to. I mean, if you really wanted to, I mean, by at this point, I mean, if you haven't seen all my stuff, then geez, this is how we're going to need to go into using the new money system. We're going to do it this way. And if you're like a DeFi wizard, probably want to be using this as well. But yeah, shout out to Liberty Swap for building some. I mean, look, it's as simple as a clickable toggle, shield, unshield. And I said this. I said we're gonna have a portion of people that use, like how you can go on the internet freely, and if you don't use a VPN, that's up to your discretion. It's just like going to the skate park. You can either wear a helmet or not, but it all depends on how good you are. If you're gonna bust your head open or not. Same as you go on the internet. If you're not careful and you click on some stupid link, yeah, you just got your computer's head busted. You got your whole wallet drained. So it's all up to your discretion of how you want to go into these ecosystems. That's the thing. It's your choice. That's called freedom of capitalism right there. It's your choice if you want to get wrecked or not. But this is cool. So listen up, study up. All 2 of you. All right. Well, anyway, guys, have a good day. I appreciate you coming in. Hope you enjoyed the live stream. We covered a lot. We covered some key points, and honestly, in the way that everyone's perceiving the market right now. Sorry, I feel like it's wrong. And I'm betting more on the thesis that I just broke down today on the stream being correct, that we're getting gaslit again, and I hope we don't lose confidence, and we have to hopefully be positioned and ready to like scoop up the lows here, just like the big boys are doing. So yes, gold and silver looks really good right now until it doesn't. And then you're wondering why you sold all your crypto while it's going up thousands of %. We will not be those people. I hope you have a good day.